So I know you got the album dropping. What's the name of the album?
Yeah, it came out.
Okay.
It came out April 29th. You know what I'm saying? It's called Bragging Rights. It has a nice variety of producers on there from Dallas. Got one from Atlanta, but the rest of them from Dallas. October 1st. Lone Star Music, Dark Side 3 times, you know what I'm saying? So all three of those brothers, you know, helped come together, give me a sound, you know, made a ton of records, and it was just crunch time at the time, so I just put together a piece of a project because I'm dropping again later on.
Okay.
So this is just kind of like, it's supposed to be an EP, but it turned into be an LP and shit like that. But yeah, it's called Bragging Rights. It's out right now, available on everywhere that music is streamed in. So you know you can go get that. You know, album cover fire. You know, I like to have my concepts drawn out and shit. The homie in the penitentiary drew that. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him. You feel me?
What?
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you know, we just try to make our connections. You know, spend $1. You know what I'm saying? Bring it all back. You know, he said he don't even want no soups and no shit. He just wants some coloring books. You feel me? So yeah, real live nigga.
That's dope.
You feel me? Shout out him. You know what I'm saying? But
what's his name?
I don't know bro name out of the way. That is really my partner, homie. She called him a nickname that I really ain't known, but like shit, he done did pretty much my logo. Not my logo, but the label's logo.
Mm-hmm.
So we done worked with him a few times before and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And plus he's stationed in Colorado. So yeah, so like she just put it down. I've been seeing drawings of him. We clicked up and I was like, yeah, get buddy to do that shit if he down. So I was supposed to be dropping on the 29th of March, or no, the 25th of March, but he was trying to find out the details and shit like that, and make it look to where, you know, to where it's presentable or to the way that I liked it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it came out a little later, but it came out pretty good, you know, in my opinion.
Man, you tapping into a market that's probably talented as fuck. Like the people that's incarcerated,
yeah,
they probably like can do some. Man,
you
got me thinking. Hell yeah,
a lot of shit.
You got me thinking, man.
But see, like that aspect, or I ain't gonna say aspect of life, that area of like, I guess that people choose to live in and shit, like that's my everyday life. It's always been that ever since I was younger. Like my brother went to the pen for murder when I was 4 years old. Shit, I done been to every jail without being in that whole damn near Ferguson unit. Like I done been all around this whole, you know, due to my brothers being locked up. I'm the youngest of 7 boys.
Oh damn.
So yeah, like all from the same T. Jones and everything. So like, nah, that's always been a part of me. I've always had an appreciation for it, even when I was younger. For my birthday, like my brother, until I found out later on, he swore up and down he was drawing them hoes, but really got his essay partner in the pen to draw up a little such and such on a bandana or something like that, send it to me and shit like that. So that's always been a part of me, and to actually get that shit done for my album, it means everything.
Man, dang. Okay, so you the youngest of 7 boys?
Correct.
Man, okay. And it's all brothers?
All brothers, no sisters.
I know you had to fight like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, big scratching every time. Like I couldn't come out the door. Like, man, coming out the door to even go to school in the morning before the bus arrived, I gotta fight my brother. Like, actually throw hands with him to see where I'm at, because he don't want me going to school and losing no fights if that's what it comes to. Especially when we were staying where we were staying. We stayed on the south side of Fort Worth, behind O.D. Wide for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I went to Glencrest, Forest Oak. I went to Harleen Bell. Shit, I even went to Hummel and Everman and shit. Like, so, like, you had to fight, like, and especially gang banging in like the 90s and shit like that. Like, you know, though I wasn't like on that shit, like my brothers was. So naturally, it's just the environment, the energy, just straight fighting, just straight scratching for something. If you ain't scratching for $1, you scratching somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just normally what go on. Yeah,
man. Golly. Okay, so you from Fort Worth. What was Fort Worth like back then? Because I know gangbanging hit Fort Worth like in the 80s and 90s kind of hard, man. How did you escape not joining or becoming affiliated?
Really through the grace of God, brother, because by the time I was in the 5th grade, we was already chunking and locking C's and had our cliques and shit, you know what I'm saying? Nobody just was put on or jumped in. But yeah, we already had that going on. We already had an understanding. But literally, by the grace of God, at a certain time, pretty much where we moved from Fort Worth and we moved to DeSoto, but we ended up moving to Midlothian. I was going to school at Midlothian, right?
Okay.
So I graduated from Midlothian High School. Okay. So pretty much at that time, I was getting kicked out of school, right? I was getting kicked out of Forest Oak Middle. And my mama came up there to chop it up with the people to see what was going on and shit like that. They were like, well, you know, he's going to have to go to alternative school, the next XYZ. You know what I'm saying? Well, she was like, well, you ain't got to worry about that shit because he ain't coming to school here no more. And, like, it was news to me, really. So whenever I get in the car, she was like, yeah, we finna move. Like, but I'm not, you know, knowing why we finna move and shit like that. Long story short, my brothers was hell, you know, shout out to them. And the police like to stay around our house. And, you know, landlords don't like that shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially whenever they attempting to clean up the community, you know, they don't like that shit. Too many fights, too much shooting, too much drug dealing, all that shit just going on. And it was all my house, like, all the time, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
God dang. What'd you get kicked out of school for?
Nothing. Pretty much some dumb shit. And if I tell y'all this shit, this is funny. This is an exclusive right here, all right? This is real deal, right? So, back in the days, motherfuckers used to draw in the notebooks in school and be like, well, they'll draw some shit and then they'll go to another page and write on that page, like, turn to such and such page, right? Mm-hmm. So the teacher thought I drew some shit in the motherfucking page because I'm looking at it. I got my pen in my hand. I flip to the page, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't get the same books when we go into class. You damn near didn't sit at the same desk, you know what I'm saying? And if any nigga know Forest Oak Middle School, that shit like lean on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll go to class for like, you'll get out of class and go through, you know, your little 5-minute break or whatever to go to the next class, 2-minute break, whatever, get to your next class. And you'll make it there for the teacher sometimes. You know, shout out to the ones that curved, but there's a lot of y'all smoking squares on y'all breaks because y'all stressed. You know what I'm saying? Big squares came in smelling like Newports and Cools and all kind of shit. So, you know, it was really like lean on me. So, long story short, man, and it was a white lady that hemmed me up about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I was already getting in trouble. I done already had fights. I already got suspended and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? And it was shortly after 9/11. It was shortly after 9/11 because I still remember that shit like it was yesterday. So I ended up getting in trouble. And they're just like, yeah, we got to do something with them, shit like that. Like, you know, like that shit is unexcusable. But I remember my brother even coming up there and showing them like my writing papers and like he don't even write his A's like that. He don't even do this and the third like that. And they still wasn't fucking with it. I guess they're just trying to get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened. And coincidentally, at the same time, we was getting ready to move anyway. So
you know it wasn't for the drawings though, right? You know you didn't get kicked out for the drawings. That was just the straw.
That was the straw. they broke the camel back. I know, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, and plus, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, the teacher, you know what I'm saying? She was probably like 1 or 2 white teachers in the school. But like, I just remember this lady, she was just so mean. Probably just because she was old. But like, she was just mean, like, to everybody. Everybody didn't like her. Like, we didn't wave or nothing in the hallways and no shit. She was just mean as fuck. And, you know, I don't even remember how it led up to it. All I know is we were supposed to open up our books to a certain page. I didn't do it. You know, I opened up to whatever page I seen that shit, and I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I do that shit, and she walking through the aisles and seen the shit and thought I had just put that shit down with my pen. You know what I'm saying? And then went in, like, dissecting and everything. I mean, like, I'm telling you, my brother came up there arguing with him, like, his A's and how he even write this way is different. Like, y'all look at this shit, it's not that. Like, and it was like, nah. So it was like, yeah, get him up out of here. He gone. Arriba Dirty.
You remember the teacher name?
No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't shout out if I did. You know what I'm saying? Much love, though. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.